What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well as we wrap up another week in the stock market. Today was a lot better than yesterday. I started off that way. It was a lot better than yesterday. Fairly quick day in the market. Stuck to my game plan of only trading the hours that are listed in my trading plan, and basically shut the computer off and didn't look at charts anymore after that, so that I would not be tempted to take any trades. So let's go ahead, let's jump on over into the summary for today. Right now, I only have the PA account pulled up. I'll click and show the trades in Apex number 7, which is a $50,000 eval account. I'm gonna start trying to focus just on the PA account. So when you actually, or when we go to start looking at the charts, you will probably see some trades on there, but they could possibly be for the eval account. But looking at the performance account today, we're reviewing trades for July 21st. Took 2 trades today. 2 greens, no reds. Made $135. This was trading both NQ and MNQ. And I'll kind of explain why I did that when we go to start reviewing trades. I'm gonna go ahead and click the eval just so you can see what I did do today in that one today. So actually, I'll turn that one off. We can see it that way. In the eval account, I made $126.50 today. That was on $436.50 gross profit. I gave back $310. That was on one trade. That was an ouch moment. That was trading 5 trades, 3 greens, 1 red, and this is something that we have not seen yet. 1 even trade. I got out of a trade flat. I had my stop set at 15, caught slippage, and got out flat. So showing 60% on that. Decent day, like I said, nothing special. Got in, got out, locked my money in. And that's why I said when we go to review the trades, I'll kind of mention why I was taking M and Qs also. And this is our trades. This is how we traded. First trade out the blocks this morning, 806, $110 in the performance account. I came back, I traded the eval account. This was that one that was a perfectly flat trade. One thing that I don't like is it's still not showing max unrealized gains. I actually imported this from my laptop thinking that it would still show it, and it's not. So I'm gonna have to work on that this weekend. Next trade in the eval account, $25. That's got us up to 135 on the day. Next trade I take in the performance account, and you notice I'm trading MNQ now. I did that because now that I'm green, I want to limit my exposure. Had I took this trade with the NQ and it didn't work, I would have gave back everything I made in the first trade. You've seen me doing that. I don't want to do that. So I took an MNQ. Now, mind you, if this had been an NQ, this trade that's showing $25 would have been up $250. Would have made $250 more dollars. But what I want to start doing is getting a nice padding, a good cushion, and then just growing it. I don't want to be up 110. I take another trade where I'm risking 6 points. 6 points times 20 is $120. That trade doesn't work. Now I've lost everything that I made. If I do that with MNQ, 6 points. Now I'm only risking $2 a point. $12 I might lose. And if it goes 2R, you see I'm gonna make $25. So be it. We're just padding this amount. We're just padding it. But I don't want to be in the business of doing that right there. I went long with an NQ in the eval account, $310. That was risking 15 points. Trade didn't work. If this had been an MNQ, I would have only lost $31. But because I was trading NQ, I had to go back in with NQ. This time the trade worked. I made back the 310 plus 90. So got us back green overall. And then you see the next trade I took was an MNQ, because again, I don't want to do the same thing I did there and take that trade and give back too much profit. So that was the reasoning on taking MNQs the way I did today. Give me your thoughts on that if you want in the comments section. But kind of worked for me doing that. Got the charts pulled up here. Something else that I did this morning, and I'm going to go ahead. I am going to blow up the 2-minute chart. What I did this morning before the market opened was I deleted all lines off of my charts, and I went starting with the hourly chart. So I grabbed the hourly chart. I blew it up. You see a ton of lines on this thing. When I stretch it out, it doesn't look too bad. And when I first started this was a clean slate. And the thick red lines I found based on the hourly chart. Those were levels based on the hourly chart. So hourly pivot points. Then I closed the hourly. I opened up the 15-minute. And then I did thin red lines. So the thin red lines are pivots from the 15-minute chart. Then I did the same with the 5. The 5 is thick blue lines. And then from the 5, I went to the 2-minute. And the 2-minute were levels from pre-market. And then that's how those levels are established on my charts. So now if I see a thick red line, I know that this is an hourly level. And it's going to hold a whole lot more weight than the thin red line. Thin red line is going to hold a whole lot more weight than a thick blue line. And the thick blue line holds more weight than the thin blue one. And after I get this recap out of the way, I'll be clicking and deleting the thin blue lines so that my chart every morning will have thick red, thin red, thick blue, and then any 2-minute areas I will add in the mornings. But let's go ahead. Let's come on over. Let's look at our trades for the morning, and we'll see how we did. And you notice once the chart gets bigger, these areas aren't quite as cluttered. And right here, prime example, thick red, thin blue, thick blue. These thin blues, I'm going to see how it reacts coming down through them, but I'm going to be trying to trade from thick to thick, or thick red to thin red. So let's come over here and let's look at our first trade this morning. We took this at 8:06 this morning. We see that the market was just kind of trading between this little 5-minute area. Came up thick red, bounced back down, and then we got this nice engulfing green candle. This comes up, it breaks this red line here, which is a thick red one. Got to the party a little bit late. Probably should have got in right there. Let's see, that's 664. I got in at 666. Gave up 2 points. 2 points, $40. But got in as it was crossing the thin blue line. And I got out right as it came up to the thick blue line. Made $110 on that trade. 1 NQ contract. And then you see it just kind of chopped around for a minute and then took off. Made short work of this thin blue line right up to the next heavy, thick blue line. Notice how these things react around the heavily weighted price levels. Just kind of chopped around it. This is where I took the next trade as this broke. This red line getting in as it breaks the high. My stop is going to be right here. This thing comes up. I should have took profit when it was up there. Comes back down, stops me out. But look at this though. My entry, my stop. This never would have stopped me out had I left my stop right there. Let's see what kind of stop that was though. 693, 686, about 7 points. It's about $140 with an NQ. But look at what this thing does. Kind of curls back down to the moving average, fast moving average. Makes this nice move up. You do see that I'm break even right here. I get back in right here. Again, getting in here. My stop is going to be right below this candle. Or I could have went back to my original stop. But again, wouldn't have gotten stopped out. This curls up. But I should not have taken this trade right here. And this was an error on my part. When I went to put my order on the ladder, instead of clicking the scroll wheel, the middle button, to put a limit order in, I clicked the left mouse button, and it actually got me in the trade. My initial entry, I didn't want to get in until it broke this candle. So once I got in right here, I just kind of stuck around in this trade. And once it got back basically flat, I got out. I made $25 right there. Made 25 bucks. We do see that it continued on. So I had the right idea, but I didn't want to be in this trade right here. Because again, I'm putting my entry on the top of this candle and my stop on the bottom. This would have finally triggered me in way over here where I was getting out at. And then that would have been a good trade. Because again, entry, stop, and this does exactly what I wanted it to do. Made this nice move. But those were the trades in the eval account. And we'll look at the MNQ in the that we took in the PA account, and we're gonna get up out of here today. I took this one at 929, so getting in right there. This was a very nice short, y'all. So market is tooling along from 8 o'clock, fast above the slow. This is in an uptrend. This is where we've been taking those trades at. Downside about the MNQ charts, you don't see no lines on it. This thing don't even look right. It's so clean. So clean. But I was taking these trades with the NQ charts pulled up. So I was seeing all of the lines. But this was getting very heavy right here. So when this candle here broke this candle, I'm getting in and my stop is going to be on the top side. But I took it with an MNQ just because it wasn't something that was like truly following the plan. But it was a good trade. Got in, nice flush. I got out on strength. Got out as this came down and hit my target. And then this continued down. And we do see that it kind of pushed back up, pushed back on over. And then this thing finally gave up the ghost once the market truly opened. And the rest was history. This was another one that I took inside of the, this was the one that we took inside of the eval account. Another short. This one here was more of a chase. I missed the initial entry as it broke right here. Kind of got in late. And I just took that little bit of profit that it gave. $11.50. Had this been in an NQ, this would have been $115 trade. But that's what we did today. That is what we did. We kept it short, sweet, and simple. I'm going to jump back over real quick to our trade performance screen, and we'll look at what we did in the PA account this week. I did this yesterday, and I said I was kind of jumping the gun because the week wasn't out. But let's look and see what we did, y'all. Go ahead, generate that report. Again, we are just looking in the performance account. This is the account that I can actually request a payout on. Today was my 4th day trading that account. I have to trade a minimum of 10 days. After trading 10 days, you could request payouts for a minimum of $500. And the first 3 months, you could request a maximum of $1,500 each payout. If we look right here, we see our cumulative net profit for the week is $817.50. Not bad, not bad. We did have some red trades sprinkled in there. We had that big one, if y'all remember that one, $590. These are the type trades that I say, if I have to put that much risk on, I need to step down to MNQ. I need to step down to an MNQ instead of putting that much risk on with NQ. Same thing there, 315. I don't want to lose that much on a trade, especially if I'm only in one contract, which these all should be ones unless it's an MNQ. MNQs, I can take 2 to 5 or 1 to 5, depending on what that candle is. And when I say what that candle is, what the range of that candle is. But I don't want to be seeing these big losses. I don't want to see these anymore. So if y'all see those, y'all need to be in the comments asking me what is really going on. These I don't mind. These big gains of $730, especially when it's only on one contract. That I don't mind seeing. But we need to keep our losses small, and we need to keep our greens small or big, or we just don't need to be in a trade. So small reds, small greens, big greens, no trades. Vega, I give you your props for putting that out there, for saying that. That's something that's smart to think about. Never want to see these big reds. These big reds are a no-no. But that is what we did this week, you all. I will keep y'all along for the ride on how Apex Trader funding is working. Again, 10 days minimum trading. If you get those 10 days in between the 1st and the 5th of the month, you could request a payout. If you miss the 1st and the 5th, then you have to wait till the 15th through the 20th to request the payout. So today is the 21st. I got 4 trades in. I got to get 6 more trades in. So I'll get 5 in next week. That'll have me at 9. I get 1 more in, and I'll have the 10 trading days in before the 1st through the 5th. And then I can request that payout. So I don't see myself giving back $817. I don't see myself giving back $100. Really, I don't. But we know anything is possible in this market. But as long as we can trade our plan, take quality trades, don't rush into a trade, be patient, wait for that trade to come to us, good things can happen. So that's my thought process. That's how I'm treating this thing. Yesterday kind of had to have some soul searching within myself to say, this is all on me. I can't blame nobody else when I do stupid stuff. So let's not do stupid stuff. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. We will be back at it next week. Peace.